So when we look at the process of intelligent whitelisting or application control, there's a couple of steps and benefits that we really get from introducing this concept into an environment. And one of the first things is that we've got this concept of discovering what's in the environment. Most organizations today really don't have any clue what applications are actually installed in their environment. They may have some idea of what's installed, but until you actually go out and do an explicit discovery process of the applications that are there, the versions, the paths, you really don't know what's installed or really what's being used in your environment. So discovering is really one of the first steps of and benefits of an intelligent whitelisting solution. Once you understand what's in your environment and sort of how it's being used, what you can do is move on to a defining step or process where you can really define the way that you want applications to be used by your users, the way that you want new applications to be introduced into your environment, and even what applications you don't want in your environment. So not necessarily bad applications or malware, but maybe applications that you just don't support, or that you're not licensed for, or that you deem to be not business enabling, such as games or something like that. And then really what you can do once you understand what's out there and where you've wrapped your head around how you want applications or new applications to be introduced, you can really move into a controlling step or process where you can actually enforce the way that new applications are introduced, whether or not they're allowed to run. You can give different users that have different roles access to different applications on the same endpoints. You can really stop the proliferation of applications that are malicious, that are unsupported, and that are just sort of causing complexity, performance issues, and opening you up for exposure in your environment. When we move to this new process, or new way of managing our endpoints with this concept of discovering what's out there, defining the rules for how change is going to occur, and really start to enforce the control of those policies, one of the things that's important to remember is that application control or intelligent whitelisting really isn't a one-size-fits-all. There are different policies that you can apply to different categories of assets. Not everything gets locked down if you don't want it to be locked down. Your users still have the flexibility to have access to the tools that they need and the applications that they need. And there's a balance between your appetite for risk and the flexibility that you want to extend to your user community. You can have some systems and assets that are very locked down, that are very secure, and that are very difficult to change. But for other user groups and other asset groups in your environment, you can have much more flexible policies that allow a more relaxed approach to this trusted environment where you still have security benefits, but that you're not really punishing or limiting your users to having lockdown systems. They have access to the applications that they want and need to perform their duties.